welcome back to Four Stories Dublin. We're going to do a review series on Black Mirror Season 6. Now,
7.
6.
7. Is it 6? 6?
Yeah, there's 6 seasons.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of a background. In 2011, Black Mirror came out, hailed as the Twilight show of our time, deals with themes involving technology and how it can take advantage of humanity or how we can abuse technology. For a while, the show is pretty good, even great. It was first aired on Channel 4 for the first 2 seasons until Netflix picked up for the rest of the series run. We've been waiting a long time between season 5, at least 4 years. At a time when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, any prospect of a season 6 was unlikely, but now here we are with 5 new episodes of a 6th season. And we are going to be talking about the first one. Major spoilers. Now, Charlie Brooker created the series and wrote all 6 episodes of the 6th season. The first one we are going to be talking about is Joan Is Awful, directed by Ally Pankiw. The story involves a tech executive named Joan who is going about a normal day in her life being mean to people. That is until she discovers a streaming show with Salma Hayek playing a version of Joan, and it eerily recreates events in her life. This leads to a bit of a mystery involving how that happened in the first place. Now, time for a discussion. So, Joan Is Awful.
I really enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah.
The way it brought up, actually, with the whole strike and all that thing is happening now with the AI. I thought it was very relevant.
I don't know if Charlie Brooker saw the future coming or if he was kind of like...
Is he another macaroni?
The idea that when you sign up for, they call it, Streamberry?
Yeah.
Not Netflix. And the terms and conditions of what happens. I really enjoyed it. I thought Salma Hayek was so much fun in this.
Oh, yeah. Everyone was so much fun in it.
Cast.
Annie Murphy's great in the role of Joan. She is incredible.
She is. It's an interesting idea. Because, like, right now, something can happen 3 years ago. And it's going to be on Netflix.
Something can happen like that's been predicted in the episode of a show or any sci-fi piece of media for that matter. And years later, it'll come true regardless.
Now, the only thing is, I think this was well worth a watch. And it was, like, I loved The Outer Limits, and I loved things like that when I was younger.
Yeah.
So the idea of, like, there's a story, and that's that take, I think is a great idea. That then the next episodes are completely different casts.
That's what I thought.
Different ideas.
It's an anthology
That's what I
show.
thought was so different, because...
Yeah.
I didn't watch the 4th season or to the 5th season. I said,
The
you know
first
what,
season is great.
I'll give this one a watch, because you were saying to me that, like, look, these don't interlink,
No.
so you don't need to worry about it. So I said, right then, give it a watch. It's different compared to other TV series.
Oh, yeah. But the thing with that particular anthology show is that each episode is standalone, but it still deals with the same themes of technology.
So, I think for this, as I said, if you haven't had it spoiled on you so far, watch the episode and maybe come back to us. But
yeah.
I do think we'll have to give it a spoiler or alert there now, and give it what talk about it. So you got your warning there. This had some interesting things going on.
Oh, it did. It did.
Very much unexpected.
I think the most unexpected thing was that when it happens the next day, when Joan has her events happening the next day, it's directly replicated on the show. I think the funniest part has to be the discussion with Salma Hayek and her discussion with her lawyer, played by Rich Fulcher, incredible comedian. Have you seen The Mighty Boosh?
Yes, I have. Yes.
Oh, yeah, he was in that. You might know him. It was incredible. I do not... How do I poop? I think we're having a discussion about any pooping in the church, which in turn leads to Salma Hayek pooping in the church. And that kickstarts the plot of Salma Hayek meeting up with Annie and them teaming up to solve the root of the problem. I kind of thought that was an interesting plot development.
Like the whole logic of Annie then gets replaced by Salma Hayek, and it keeps going up levels. And even I think we see Michael Cera, is it?
Oh yeah.
And he's like, well, I'm not really Michael Cera. I'm just an AI Michael Cera.
Did you know like this? That kind of like blew my mind.
You know that
Which
way.
is crazy with everything going on. Like as you said, with everything going on now, like you can catch it on your seat. Like, you know what I mean?
So like
Charlie Brooker,
so
timely as always.
Yeah, and so she's she is doing everything in her power to try and make the show unwatchable, but it makes it more watchable.
It makes it better.
And the reaction, I have to say, it shows kind of, let's say, when they do a biography of someone, how they can say very similar words, but it can change the way it's portrayed.
Yeah.
And I thought them going to the Streamberry to destroy this quantum computer that's doing it. And the point he brought up about a contract, when you get a contract for anything, you don't read it.
You don't read the terms and conditions.
Most people don't.
And the fact is, you could be signing away a lot of things you don't realise. Them going to Streamberry, taking the thing out, and like we have it like from the start that the character Joanne feels like she's a side character in her own life. You know that way. Mm-hmm. And by the end, her and Salma Hayek, Annie, mill the machine out of it. Take it down. And it raised a good point as well about, they were saying, why is there never a positive show about somebody? And he said, that doesn't sell.
That doesn't sell.
So they had this format, like you would see Love Island, they become these formats of like, Joan Is Awful, Liam Is Awful. Yeah. And it was just the same show, you know, and it kind of showed that like, they do take reference from people's lives, but twist it. And when they crash it at the end, it's like Salma Hayek is actually Annie.
Oh yeah.
And the character Annie is playing is actually more of an ordinary girl. And I kind of addressed that on television, that everybody gets washed up, because I used to love watching these ghost programs.
Yeah.
On the telly. And one of the things was they would have these characters, and they'd be all actresses and things, and they'd be all very slim and good looking people in the whole lot. And then you show you the real people, and you go,
they look nothing alike. They are not similar. What? This is a failed movie.
You know what I mean? So like the idea that for a story they have to get a better look, and you even look at them royal family things, they have people playing Charles that are much better looking than that man's ever been in his life.
Or if you look at him,
even when they uglied him up.
Even talking about that, like what you were saying there, a few days ago I was watching Deepwater, I know it's off top, Deepwater Horizon, and obviously Mark Wahlberg playing the lead character and stuff, and then at the end it actually shows you the real fella. He's not toned and muscle. What are you talking about? Like, he looks nothing like... Your man had a beard and all, and a big round head, and you have Mark Wahlberg.
That's Hollywood for you. That's making things good for you. They really do have like that makes you think kind of vibe. This episode kind of returns to that kind of vibe, because like the rest of them, you know, do kind of like try to veer away from that of sorts. But this is like a nice return to that. It's still like kind of comedic, but it doesn't detract from the main intention of the series in the first place.
Yeah, no, it was a good program. Would you like to give it a rating?
For the episode?
Yeah.
I think 9.5 out of 10.
I'm going 9.5.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite amazing, the cast that they can get to Black Mirror, but they still try to keep it ordinary. I'd probably go an 8.5 on this one now.
Yeah.
I'd go an 8 out of 10. I liked it. There's nothing wrong with it. I enjoyed it, you know what I mean? But it's not something hugely I'd sit down and watch myself. It's a good show though.
It's good to see that kind of social and political satire return after 11 to 12 years of airing and streaming. But to see that kind of interesting stuff return, that's what I kind of like that.
And the whole thing of he's slagging Netflix while selling the show to Netflix. It was like The Simpsons slagging off Fox. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Making a deal with the devil.
If you like Black Mirror, you'll keep watching anyway. And I thought I was good. I said that the ordinariness I liked as well, but the fact that you could get the big actors in and still mix it up, I thought was very good.
We'll be reviewing more episodes anyway, so be sure to keep an eye on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So give it share, like, subscribe.
Give it a rating yourself. Give it a rate yourself if you've even watched it. Give it a rating out of 10.
And as always, we wish you the very best of days and have a good night.
Best luck.
Bye.